African Americans are being murdered in America by people in positions of power, by people whose job it is to uphold the law. The American criminal justice system and the leaders of our nation have been ineffective in bringing these criminals to justice. We, as African Americans, feel the injustice and we sense the racism. But how do we respond to such injustice and probable racism? We should react as Black Americans or African Americans. We don't react as Africans or Blacks in America. This means that we do not attack our American flag and our national anthem. Yes, the American flag is our flag too. The national anthem is ours too. When we take a knee, we are saying that we refuse to respect your flag. We refuse to honor your anthem. But wait, the American flag is not the flag of only white Americans, and it is definitely not the flag of only those racist Americans. We have blood on that flag. We have a voice in the words of that anthem. Black Americans have fought and died in foreign wars abroad and in civil wars here at home. In his fight for equal rights, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was arrested over 30 times and was ultimately murdered. So his blood is on that flag. His body is in that song. From its beginning, through the trials of slavery, and in our fight and sacrifice of life for right, we have lodged a deep stake in America. When you take a knee, you are on the ground, pulling at that stake, renouncing our right to be Americans. You can't take a knee to get your rights. America has never and can never give us our rights as citizens because, just as Thomas Jefferson confirmed, our rights are given to us by our Creator, not by our government. Now, members of our government and many of those in position of power can attempt to take these unalienable rights from us, but in such a case, you don't kneel down and relent. You stand tall and fight. Claudette Colvin and Rosa Parks refused to take a back seat or kneel down to injustice. They held their ground and demanded justice. Muhammad Ali never took a knee. He always fought toe to toe. This is not the time to kneel down. You never take a knee to your oppressor. You kneel only to your Lord and Savior. This is the time to rise up, to stand up for right, to fight for our rightful place in America, which is our country too. You don't do this with your knee. You do it with your voice and your vote. With your voice, you draw attention to a problem. With your vote, you replace the people and change a system that has failed you. You don't kneel down. You stand in line and cast a vote for right and against wrong. When we stand proudly at our flag during the singing of our national anthem, we are not supporting wrong. We are pledging allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. This means that the flag and that anthem are symbols of our fight for rights. No matter what they tell you, America is a melting pot of peoples, cultures, ideas, and beliefs. African Americans represent many of those people and ideas and beliefs. This means that America is not only white Americans. Yes, there is hate and racism in America, but America is not just the KKK or those who dislike and discriminate against black Americans. So don't let anyone tell you differently, because you can't include brown sugar in your dish and then say that brown sugar doesn't represent part of what that dish is or what it is about. Don't be drowned by injustice and racism. We have to have the properties of molasses and absorb the moisture of hate and injustice. We don't kneel, we swell and expand and remain a factor when it's all said and done. Zucchini bread is not simply zucchini bread. It is the flavor of brown sugar, and its moisture, which is the result of that brown sugar, is a big part of what makes it special. Likewise, America is not just America. It is all of its peoples and cultures, including African Americans, who are a major reason it is a special place. So don't take a knee as a black person. Take a stand as an African American.